Russell Brand's Channel 4 documentary is labeled The Emperor's New Clothes, which explores the British gambling industry. His research discusses the estimated £1.8 billion spent on problem gambling in Britain each year. It also addresses the lack of government regulation in the industry and the need for stricter measures. Brand examines the moral aspects of the gambling industry and raises questions regarding its commercialization. He speaks to a range of individuals relating to this subject, such as those affected by problem gambling, grassroots activists, and gambling industry executives. Brand also interviews politicians regarding the effectiveness of existing laws and the need for more stringent measures. The documentary focuses on the correlation between gambling and addiction, looking at physical and psychological factors involved. It looks into the influence the industry has on the public, particularly those who are vulnerable and young. The program looks at the connection between gambling legislation and gambling companies, looking in particular at the regulatory powers of the government in the market. The documentary seeks to highlight the lack of restrictions and how businesses are exploiting this for their own profits. Brand also examines the roles of marketing, military forces, and sports teams in furthering the promotion of the industry. He interviews executives from a number of gambling companies to look into the ethics behind their practices. His debate also looks into the rise of fixed odds betting terminals in Britain and the effect this has had on local communities, as well as the link between gambling and crime. Brand looks into the social themes regarding gambling. He explores the benefits and opportunities for those who gamble responsibly, as well as the potential harm for those who don't. The documentary looks into charity work within the industry and explores the ways in which companies have profited from it. He also reviews the link between problem gambling and government policies and social attitudes towards the issue. The program looks into the practices of bookmakers, examining the lure of new customers and the potential for misleading advertisements. Brand also looks into the risks associated with online gambling, including fraud, money laundering and data storage. He questions the efficacy of the UK Gambling Commission and how it compares to other organisations in other countries. He also looks into the use of sponsorship, reviews the culture of gambling in the UK and discusses the psychological perspective on gambling. Brand examines the link between the media and gambling, and explores the ways in which gambling has been portrayed in popular culture. He highlights the lack of regulation regarding advertising campaigns and the potential for misuse. His report looks at potential strategies for better protecting adults from gambling losses and the consequences they can incur. He also discusses ways to reduce the prevalence of gambling addiction and prevent underage gambling.